Welcome to Avisha's Arangetram. Thank you all for joining us on this monumentous occasion. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Abhiram, Avisha's older brother. A lot of you in the audience have probably at some point in your lives had to drag my dad away from a microphone, so I hope I can live up to that example. Before we begin, I wanted to do an acknowledgement of the land. The city of Airdrie is located on Treaty 7 territory. We acknowledge this land as the traditional home of the Blackfoot Confederacy, including the Siksika, Piikani, and Kainai nations, the Tsuut'ina Nation, and the Stoney Nakoda nations, comprising of the Goodstoney, Chiniki, and Bearspaw nations. We also recognize that this land is home to the Métis Nation of Alberta, located within Rocky View Métis District 4. Now, show of hands, how many of you are older siblings? There's a good amount of you in the crowd, and my heart goes out to all my fellow victims. There's a study that goes around usually that says parents usually favor the oldest child, and that is hands down the biggest lie I've ever heard. The younger children get away with everything, and my aunt and some of my friends here might disagree with that, but it's true. When I was growing up, we had a rule in the house. No screen time on weekdays and school nights. And this rule was set in stone for me because I was the older sibling and I had to set a good example. But fast forward to today, and Avisha comes home from school every day and plays video games with her friends. And that rule is nowhere to be found. And the way she talks back to my parents, if I had half the boldness that she did when I was that age, I would have been grounded for the entire year at worst. But Avisha, whatever she says just gets written off as teenager things. And every time you get some sort of privilege because you were the older child, like a new phone or a later bedtime, your younger sibling had to get the same thing because it was fair. And whenever they messed up and got in trouble, you always somehow got dragged into it because you had to set the example and you didn't set them straight because you didn't talk them out of it. And you'd think like it would be better because my parents are both older siblings, but instead I just get some half-hearted sympathy followed by a story about how my mom and her sisters tied up their younger brother and threw him out on the balcony in the scorching summer sun. That's a real story. The perpetrators are right there in the front row. But as much as I joke about all this, when it comes to my parents, I'm always Team Avisha, all the way for life. I think being siblings means that there's a distinct period of time where you stop hating each other and you start becoming friends. For me and Avisha, that happened over the last few years. Once I got my license, I basically became Avisha's personal Uber driver, taking her to dance, school, friend hangouts, you name it. When she has a project due tomorrow and suddenly remembers she needs poster board at 5 p.m. or she needs a ride to the dance class that starts in 5 minutes, guess who's behind the wheel? And anytime I suggest that she takes the 15-minute walk home from school when it's nice and breezy outside, I immediately get hit with the classic Telugu guilt trip from Amma. Excuse my accent here. Papamra, adi pasipilla. Non-Indian people in the audience, I know you really didn't get that joke, but trust me, it was really funny. But the truth is, no matter how much I complain or drag my feet, one of the most difficult things in this earth is saying no to your younger sibling. You'll do anything for them, even risk a parking ticket so they don't have to walk an extra 30 seconds. During all those drives and chaotic moments, Avisha and I got a lot closer. I helped her through her high school teenage drama, which I'm sure many of you remember, and she gave me tips with my hair, which my parents won't thank her for because they still hate it to this day. Being the older sibling means you don't really have anyone close to look for guidance from. You kind of just have to figure things out as you go, learning by trial and error. And when you finally take a step back, you realize your little sister, the 10-year-old who you wanted nothing to do with and who used to bug you nonstop, is about to finish high school and ready to take on the world. And you're just left there dumbfounded, wondering where all the time went. Avisha has always been a very talented person, and for the longest time that meant that she didn't really need to try anything. When we were both at piano classes when we were younger, I was always jealous of how good she was performing on stage without much preparation. Everything just came easy to her, and she never really had to put in a lot of effort for anything. But this Arangetram, this is the first time I've truly seen her put everything she has into something. The time, the effort, the passion. It's been inspirational to witness. And the journey here definitely wasn't easy, with regular emotional outbursts, a lot of personal issues and drama, and Amma and Avisha reenacting the Cold War. She made it out the other side, and I couldn't be any prouder. So, without further ado, it is my pleasure to kick this thing off and welcome your MC for tonight onto the stage, the delightful Banu Vedalahanti. Thank you.
Well, I'm an older sibling too, so I'm with you, Abhiram. Older siblings are the first role models, the quiet cheerleaders, and the ones who know your story from the very beginning. With that, good afternoon everyone. My name is Banu Vedala, and I'm very excited to be the MC for Avisha's Arangetram. I would like to begin by saying how happy I am to be on the stage to enjoy a wonderful evening of music and dance, and most importantly, to join you in applauding the efforts of a wonderful young dancer waiting to make her dreams come true on stage today, Miss Avisha Manchiraju. Na gurur adhikam tattvam, na gurur adhikam tapaha, tattvat jnanat param nasti, tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. There is no higher truth than the Guru, no higher penance than service to the Guru. There is nothing higher than realizing the knowledge of the truth imparted by the Guru. My salutations to such a Guru. Today's event is dedicated to all the Gurus. Avisha, a grade 11 student at Sir Winston Churchill High School in Calgary, Alberta, embarked on her dance journey at the tender age of 4. She began her training in 2012 under the guidance of Guru Srimati Sudha Panchangan, building a strong foundation in Bharatanatyam. Under her Guru's mentorship, Avisha started performing at various prestigious events, including the Chitratai Dance Festival and Navaveda Bhakti. For the next 8 years, she continued her artistic growth with Guru Srimati Mridal Burgi. Alongside her peers, has been part of winning teams, securing first and second places in various dance competitions. Most recently, she has been refining her skills and preparing for her Arangetram under Guru Kumari Naimisha Pavaraj. Over the years, Avisha has showcased her talent at numerous cultural and community events, including the Telugu Association of Calgary, the Chinese Cultural Center, at various mandirs, Radha Yatra, Natyanjali, and many more. Through her dance journey, she has cultivated invaluable qualities such as leadership, discipline, creativity, and a deep appreciation for both the culture and the art form. Beyond dance, Avisha is a multifaceted individual. She holds a CPR certification, has trained in karate, and has played piano for over 8 years. She also has a passion for painting and digital art, working across various multimedia platforms, some of which are in the display at the lobby. We are delighted to celebrate this special occasion with you and witness Avisha's dedication, hard work, and love for Bharatanatyam. Today, I have the pleasure of speaking to you about one of the most exquisite and ancient classical dance forms of India, Bharatanatyam. Bharatanatyam has a rich history that spans over 2 millennia. It is not just a dance form, it is a profound expression of art, culture, and spirituality. Arangetram is made of 2 Tamil words. Arangam means stage and Etram means ascending. That makes Arangetram ascending the stage. It is a full-fledged recital and not merely a debut performance of the dancer. This is a significant milestone for Avisha as a dancer and is a testament of years of unwavering dedication, vigorous training, and deep commitment to the art of Bharatanatyam. Having witnessed Avisha's growth as a dancer and a young girl over the years, it is my privilege to present her this evening. Before we begin this evening's recital, a few housekeeping rules. Food and drink, including water, are not permitted in the auditorium. Avisha has worked hard for months for this moment, so please switch off your cell phones or put them in vibration. While photography without flash is permitted, unauthorized videotaping of this recital is not permitted. Parents with little children, thank you for keeping them quiet and with you at all times. Please make sure they are not loud or running or walking on the stairs while you are in the theater. The washrooms are located on the right in the foyer. And if you need to enter and exit the auditorium, please do so between dance performances, so not to disturb the artist or the audience. You might feel an urge to talk or discuss with your neighbors during the performance, but please be considerate to others who are watching the recital very keenly. Finally, the emergency exit is on the right after exiting the main auditorium doors. To begin this auspicious event, I now invite Srimati Gayatri Susarlagaru to come onto the stage to offer a traditional invocation for this divine afternoon. Thank you.
Thank you, Bhanu. I'm going to sing Ganapati Mahaganapatim song to start the program. Mahaganapatim manasa smarami, Mahaganapatim manasa smarami, Mahaganapatim manasa smarami, Vasishtavama Devadivandita Mahaganapatim manasa smarami, Vasishtavama Devadivandita Mahaganapatim Mahadevasutam Mahadevasutam Guru Bhuhanutam Mahadevasutam Guru Bhuhanutam Marakoti Prakasham Santam Mahakavyanatakaadipriyam Mahakavyanatakaadipriyam Mushikavahanamodakapriyam Mahakavyanatakaadipriyam Mushikavahanamodakapriyam Mahaganapatim manasa smarami, Vasishtavama Devadivandita Mahaganapatim. Thank you.
Thank you, Gayatri Garu, for that divine welcome this afternoon. A proud aunt who learned this song just to cheer her niece on her dance performance. A beautiful act of love, devotion, and shared joy through art. We now invite Ms. Srimati Sudha Panchangam and Kumari Naimisha Pabraj Garu onto the stage. Now, Avisha will perform a Sabha Vandanam to seek your blessings before she commences the program. As we come together for this enchanting evening, we acknowledge that the entire universe is a divine play, Vilasam, of Lord Shiva and his boundless power, Shakti. Shiva and Shakti are inseparable. Just as the sun and its light cannot exist without each other, Shiva manifests through Shakti, and Shakti finds existence in Shiva. Shiva is the Divine Father, and Shakti, the Divine Mother, under whose cosmic parenthood this universe unfolds. The great poet Kalidasa beautifully expressed this unity. Vadartha vivasam pruktav, vadartha pratipattaye, jagataf pitarau vande, Parvati Parameshwarau. Just as words and their meanings are inseparable, so too are Parvati and Parameshwara, the divine parents of this universe. This Arangetram is based on Shiva and Shakti, and you will witness this theme reflected in many of today's performances. However, two pieces, Mayura Alaripu and Shabdam, honor Lord Krishna in remembrance of Avisha's late grandmother, a beloved deity. We invite you to immerse yourself in this sacred journey of dance and devotion. For her first piece in the Margam repertoire, Avisha will perform Natesha Kautvam, seeking the blessings of Lord Natesha, the cosmic dancer whose rhythm sustains the eternal cycles of creation and dissolution. As the presiding deity of Natya, his divine energy permeates all art forms. In modern Bharatanatyam, Natesha Kautavam has become a significant part of the repertoire, beautifully blending technical brilliance with deep devotion. This piece vividly portrays the majestic attributes of Nataraja, his damaru, serpentine ornaments, trident, and anklets that resonate with his every divine step. With reverence to the father of dance, Avisha offers her salutations at his sacred lotus feet through his performance, set in Hansadvani Ragam and Aditalam. That was a spectacular performance, Avisha. Your energy, control, and precision were truly remarkable. An impressive display of skill and passion. Having received the blessings of the divine, Avisha will now continue her journey through Bharatanatyam Margam repertoire with Alaripu. The word Alaripu comes from Tamil, meaning flowering or blossoming, symbolizing the dancer's awakening and readiness for performance. As a dance item, Alaripu establishes the student's foundational skills, steps, and movements. Inspired by Srimati Rama Vaidyanathan, Guru Srimati Sudha Panchangam choreographed this Mayura Alaripu in Tishragati using the Mayura Mudra in Bharatanatyam. Mayura means peacock, a bird often associated with grace, beauty, and divine symbolism in Indian culture. With Shri Krishna Karunamritam in the background, the Mayura Alaripu is a poetic blend of rhythm, grace, and expression, symbolizing the dancer's energy blossoming with the elegance of a peacock. This Alaripu is set to Mohana Ragam and Rupakatana. Karnataka Kalashri Vidwan Balasubramanya Sharma Garu is a gifted and passionate artist, highly sought after in both Carnatic music concerts and dance productions. With a profound command over his art, he has performed at esteemed sabhas across India and abroad, captivating audiences with his mastery. In addition to his expertise in traditional Carnatic music, Shri Sharma Garu has collaborated with renowned dance gurus, providing vocal support for Arangetrams, annual performances, and music compositions for dance productions. Hailing from a rich musical lineage, he was introduced to the world of music by his father, Vidwan Kaipu Lakshmana Sastri Garu, and later pursued formal training under Vidwan S. Seshagiri Rao. For advanced studies, he trained under Karnataka Kalashri Vidwan Salem Sudarshan, refining his artistry to great heights. Shri Sharma Garu is a graded artist of All India Radio and has traveled extensively across the world conducting performances, lecture demonstrations, and music workshops. His excellence has been recognized with numerous accolades, including the Kalashreshta Award, Ananya Puraskara, and the prestigious Karnataka Kalashri Award. For over 30 years, he has been dedicated to training students in classical music, upholding the Guru Sishya Parampara, and nurturing the next generation of musicians. His ensemble, comprising talented vocalists and instrumentalists, has beautifully rendered the music for many pieces in this Arangetram, enriching the performance with their artistry. Thank you, Sharma Garu, for providing your mesmerizing voice to most of the songs we are listening today. Avisha will now perform Shabdam, a piece that introduces Abhinaya, expressive storytelling, while incorporating elements of light nritta, pure dance. This piece begins with a gopika, a female devotee, adorning herself as she eagerly waits Lord Krishna. As she prepares, she reflects deeply on Lord Krishna's divine attributes, finding sweetness and charm in every aspect of his personality. Madhurashtakam, composed by Saint Sri Vallabhacharya, is a sublime expression of devotion where every verse glorifies the unparalleled sweetness of Lord Krishna. From his form to his deeds, from his nature to his very essence, everything about him is described as Madhuram, or sweet. Set in Behag Ragam and Mishra Chapudaram, this exquisite composition by Sri Vallabhacharya has been skillfully choreographed by Guru Srimati Sudha Panchangam. Avisha's paternal grandmother was a lifelong devotee of Lord Sri Krishna, and this item is dedicated to the memory of her late grandmother, Srimati Manchiraju Lakshmi Sundari Garu. Enjoy.
మధురం मधुराधिपते अखिलं मधुरम् घनान्दं तदिगिनदं तद्भिन्नं तकुतदिगिटरगतगदिन्नं तकुतदिगिटरगतिन्नं तकुतदिगिटरगतिन्नं तकदिगुतदिगिटदं तत्तय्याते तत्तता
What a mesmerizing performance, Avisha. Your expressions truly captured the essence of this masterpiece, bringing the poetry and devotion of the composition to life. I now take this opportunity to invite Avisha's friend Maithili onto the stage to share a few words about Avisha.
Hello, for those of you who don't know, my name is Maithili and I've known Avisha my whole life. Avisha and I have been through so much together and I couldn't be more happy to have someone like her in my life. Avisha and I have not always been this close. When we were in our preteen years, we did not get along whatsoever. In fact, it was really close to extreme dislike. But then, COVID hit, we spent a couple years apart, and then we reconnected, and we have been inseparable since. I'm actually grateful for what happened because now our bond is the strongest it's ever been. Countless sleepovers where we without fail watch Moana every single time, so much so that we know all the lines, all the way to FaceTime each other just for fun, not necessarily doing anything, but just to pass time. Avisha has been my sounding board for years now, and I'm so insanely grateful to have such a loving and caring soul with me at all times. Avisha is this ball of passion, and she puts in her 110% into anything she does, especially dance. An Arangetram is something that every young dancer dreams of, but not one that every dancer achieves. It takes years of dedication and hard work, and having done my own Arangetram, I know that this is not an easy task. I've seen Avisha putting in insane hours to get where she is now, not only for her Arangetram prep, but throughout her entire dance journey. She's put her heart and soul into this art form, and I couldn't be more proud of her. Seeing her perform today with such grace, strength, and emotion is truly inspiring. Congratulations, Avisha. You are a beautiful, powerful dancer, and this is not the end, but rather a beginning. I cannot wait to see where your dance journey takes you. Congrats.
Thank you, Maithili. It is heartwarming to hear about your strong bond that you've built over the years. Continuing on what Maithili has said, let's quickly look at Avisha's dance journey through her mother's eyes.
Ladies and gentlemen, they say parenthood is a journey full of surprises, some delightful, yet some, let's say, character building. After Abhiram, I figured a girl would be perfect cherry on the top to complete our family. Then entered Avisha, and oh boy did things change. I mean, everything changed. This little lady refused to go to anyone for years. Even Santa, with his big bag of goodies, couldn't get a smile out of her. If you ever caught her grumpy face, or were lucky enough to hear her signature go away, congratulations, that means she actually likes you. She's a happy-go-lucky girl until she's not. Avisha's talents blossomed early. She started singing. I thought she liked singing.
There's plenty of time. It's easy as a squeezy to be a rock star today. Nana, oh my come back.
But that ended up being a phase. Bring in other phases. She wanted to learn karate because her brother was in karate. I thought we would have a black belt in the house. Instead, we got a temporary tornado in a karate uniform. That storm passed quickly as well. Swimming, piano, a few more phases. But two of those passions stuck around like glue. Her art and her dance. Her art came with 100% passion right out of the gate. No drama, just pure joy. Dance, however, was a different story altogether. It unfolded like a hit TV show with 3 distinct seasons. This season was all cutesy. Those costumes, dancing on the stage, basking in the spotlight, she loved every bit of it. No critiques, little corrections, just unfiltered joy. Life was a dance floor and she was the star. And that's just the beginning. Buckle up, this is where the plot thickened. It hit like a plot twist and I did not see it coming. Gone were those days when dancing was just for fun. Now she had to actually practice. She was a growing dancer with real rehearsals and real expectations. Performances was frequent. The dance moves were tough. And the drama? Emmy-worthy. Fights broke between us. Yelling matches echoed through the house. Doors were slammed with impressive gusto. Negotiations got intense. From extra computer time to classic 25 cents per class. You would think we're managing a Fortune 500 company, not a middle school dancer. And then, when things couldn't get any more chaotic, pandemic hit. Online classes, not meeting friends, she hated it. Middle school plus convincing her to dance was tough enough, but all of that online was pure torture. Avisha was right there with all other kids, battling isolation, spotty Wi-Fi, and the horrors of dancing alone in a living room while mom recorded every move. I honestly thought that was the end of it. Once in-person classes kicked off again, it was like a light switch flip. Avisha rediscovered that long-lost, slightly dusty love for dance. Suddenly she wasn't attending classes, she was enjoying it. Every moment, every rhythm seemed to spark something in her. And then when she declared she wanted to do her Arangetram, there was no turning back. Deciding to do an Arangetram is like signing up for a marathon. It's not for faint of heart, but Avisha, she was determined. Life threw its curveballs. School stress, health challenges, the usual teen chaos. But her resolve only grew stronger. This became her year-long passion project. She didn't just dip her toes in it, she dove headfirst. She learned 6 new dances from scratch, including a Varnam, that is the 22-minute long dance. Every day meant relentless practice, endless rehearsals, and the legs that felt like noodles by bedtime. Aching feet, stomach aches, breathless lungs, and yes, maybe even a little bloodshed. Okay, that's me being a little dramatic. Just a little few cuts and bruises. And a whole lot of tears. I mean, a lot of tears. You should ask Avisha about it. And yet, she never stopped. Because this wasn't about proving anything to anyone else. It was about proving to herself that she could stand on that stage in all her grace and glory and accomplish something extraordinary. If you were lucky enough to witness those early dance days, You might recall the intense staring at the floor, the oops moments, and slightly too enthusiastic neck movements. But that's what makes this journey so special. Today, watching her on the stage, I'm reminded how far she's come, and I couldn't be any more prouder. She has come a long way, not just as a dancer, but as a strong, determined individual. I wish her nothing but a bright, beautiful future, both in dance and in her life. This day truly is my dream come true. And between us, I'm still keeping the camera ready for those not so occasional go-away moments. See, I captured some. Here are a few words from my brother Hari and my sister-in-law Kirti, who unfortunately are not here in person, but always here in spirit.
Hey Avisha, all set for the big day? Congratulations to you and the entire Mancharaji family for putting this massive event together. I know last few months must be really crazy, coordinating, buying things, putting everything together. Thanks to family, extended family, friends who are all helping Kalyani in making this event a great success. Avisha, talking about our relation, I still remember playing with a little princess in the living room of Evanston. Not sure when time passed by, now you turned out to be a really beautiful, graceful dancer. Really proud of you that you're taking your passion to the next level. And I hope you continue to dance with joy throughout your life and continue to take your passion to the next level. Today, I am sending this message with a little bit of mixed emotions. While I'm really proud and happy for your Arangetram, but there's a little bit of disappointment that is aching me and wishing that I could be there with you in person, cheering. But emotionally, believe me, I am there with you, holding your hand and cheering for you every single second. So on this special day, I wish you all the good luck, all the energy, and all the love. So dance your heart out, enjoy the moment, and take care. Good night, Avisha. Love you.
Hey Avisha, the big day is finally here and super exciting for the entire family, a very proud moment for all of us. Honestly, I envy everyone who could make it in person, watching you perform, cheering for you while we are stuck here at the other end of the globe and staring at screens, phones and waiting for your updates. I mean, this is really not fair. But yeah, whoever said Anta Manchike deserves some trashing, and I'm not even kidding about it. So Avisha, there are a lot of things that I could talk about you, but I've only reserved some of the best things about you in this video. You are a go-getter, I mean, and you're a perfectionist, and it is evident in the way you take care of the finest details, including your dress. Very picky, and people call it picky, but I would call it attention to details and only settling for nothing but the best, a quality that I admire the most in you and your mom, of course. Avisha, every time you pose for the camera, you somehow remind me of Temple Shilpa. A lot of times I mentioned it to your mom. And each time I post a pic of yours in the status, there are a flood of DMs asking, who is this girl? She's so beautiful and she's one of the graceful dancers I've seen, and people are not kidding, they're serious about it. So Avisha, may you always reach greater heights in your life, in your dance, in your studies and everything in life. And congratulations one more time, and I look forward to the next generation dancers, Akshara and Ananda, to take over the stage soon and follow your footsteps. So lots of love, Avisha. Take care. Bye-bye.
It was filled with fun, friendship, and pure joy of childhood. Watching Avisha blossom from that spirited little girl into a poised and graceful young dancer has been such a joy. Her dedication to Bharatanatyam Her expressive presence and discipline she has embraced are truly inspiring. Today, as she takes the stage for her Arangetram, my heart is full of pride and happiness. It's a beautiful milestone, and I feel honored to have witnessed her journey from the very beginning. I wish Avisha a very bright future filled with creativity, joy, and continued success on stage and beyond. Avisha's journey to Arangetram began with a deep desire to perform Aigiri Nandini. This passion only grew stronger when she heard the version composed by Siddharth, inspiring her even further. That moment set the course and timeline for this Arangetram, making today's performance a truly special milestone. Continuing this journey onto the sacred path, we have now reached the midsection of the program. We now focus the rest of the program on this Shiva Shakti theme. This next performance is an interpretive dance where words and verses come to life through expressive movement. We will witness the powerful story of Mahishasuramardini, the compassionate yet fierce mother who destroys the buffalo-like stubbornness of Mahishasura within us. This performance also displays traces of negative forces symbolized by figures such as Dhumralochana, Raktabija, Shumbha, and Nishumbha.
With the blessings of my Guru, Sri Devendra Pillai Garu, I would like to introduce the next item that Avisha is going to perform. Everyone knows Aigiri Nandini, but this is a very special piece and very fresh. Every time I hear it, I get a new choreography in my mind. And this time, I wanted to do it differently, very differently. So I really wanted to study Durga Saptashati. So one fine morning in Navaratri time, I sat in front of the goddess. I studied Durga Saptashati, and I was intrigued, awe-stricken by the way really the goddess mother took over, the battlefield, and the way she nurtured even the widows of the Rakshasas. She was so cool and collected in her mind on how she was meditating in between and yet doing the Asura Samhara. So I'm making a very, very humble attempt today. Hope you like this composition. I was very, very moved, and Lalita Garu, thanks to you. I remember some of your pravachanas on Sri Anaghadatta Devi, and she was in my eyes, in my mind, when I was choreographing this too. But the main inspiration comes from my dear husband's pravachanas too for this. This piece holds a very, very special significance to all of us in our lives. I now request Kumari Avisha to please come onto the stage and enact this piece.
Our earthly desires and lower tendencies often cloud our perception of the divine wisdom. Like a stubborn buffalo, our attachment to fleeting pleasures binds us to the mortal realm, blinding us to our true potential as the children of the divine. It is in these moments that we require the unyielding discipline of the Divine Mother, whose lion-like strength is needed to slay these limitations within us. The choreography starts with Mahisha, the male buffalo, performing penance to impress Lord Brahma. Brahma gives him a boon that he becomes invincible and no man can kill him. Really? He's undermining all the women here. Not acceptable. Filled with arrogance and disdain, Mahishasura takes over the entire universe and starts tormenting everyone with horns. When people ask for help, Brahmani, the female energy of Brahma, Vaishnavi, the female energy of Vishnu, and Maheshwari, the female form of Shiva, all came together to form goddess Durga. We will then journey through the battlefield where Durga, adorned with serpents and skulls, wields her weapons with divine fury. In the same battlefield, we will witness her tenderness as she nurtures the widows and the kids of the Rakshasas. Om Dum Durgaye Namaha. In this verse, Ainija Hum Kriti, we will witness the power of the goddess, where the Rakshasa, Dhumralochana, gets disintegrated by her mere Humkara. While beheading the Shumbha and Nishumbha, she meditates upon Lord Shiva, ensuring moksha even to the Rakshasas. Look at her loving nature. Then begins the fierce battle between Mahishasura and the goddess. The goddess leaps, pounces, and roars like a lioness as depicted in the Durga Saptashati. After defeating Mahishasura, the goddess faces a new threat from Raktabija, who generates countless clones from every drop of his blood that falls to the ground. During their fight, she consumes his blood to prevent more clones from being created. Om Jaya Jaya He Mahishasura Mardhini Ramyaka Pardhini Shaila Sute. Thank you very much, Avisha, for the beautiful rendition. Here, I really want to bring up one very important point. Although we see a gory picture, here the Amman is doing Asura Samhara. Yeah, she's killing, she's drinking blood. It all looks gory. But in Sanatana Dharma, the very idea of painting this gory picture is to invoke our minds to question why. Why this much gore? On one side, she's being so nurturing. Although in the battlefield, she's taking care of widows of the Rakshasas and taking care of their kids and meditating for their moksha. And on the other side, she's drinking blood. So as a proper Sanatana Dharmic sadhaka, we should question why. And I want to make a small attempt.
We should actually look at the inner meaning and the symbolism. Rakta Bija actually represents the innumerable desires cropping up in one's mind, making our lives really restless and miserable. Don't you agree? It is the desires that we have every day that make our lives miserable. Once we surrender to the goddess and start accepting things as they are, the goddess, the mother, with so much love, she consumes all our desires, symbolizing the drinking of the blood, thereby giving us peace and tranquility. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the humble attempt I'm trying to make. Om Dum Durgaye Namaha, Om Sri Matre Namaha. Please, please bless my dear child here. And hope you also get entertained for this class.
शरणागता वैरिवधूवरा वीरवराभयदायकरे त्रिभुवनमस्तक शूलविरोधी शिरोधिकृताबल शूलकरे
Unfolds the timeless tale of Shiva and Shakti, demonstrating their inseparability through all separate apparent separations. This Varnam is set to Aditaram. Avisha lovingly dedicates this performance to her grandmother, Srimati Dakshayani Susarlagaru, who is present with us in the audience today. While planning the Margam, Avisha chose this piece with heartfelt intention to surprise and honor her beloved grandmother. Now, I invite Guru Srimati Sudha Panchangam to share insights into how this timeless tale is brought to life through dance, highlighting the choreographic nuances of this exquisite Varnam.
First thought, I wanted to show Dakshayani's life story, so I selected a Kriti, Dakshayani Rakshamandrutam. And then the second Anga of Varna, I selected a Kriti called Himachala Tanaya, because I clearly want to show the difference between father of Dakshayani, the arrogant Daksha Prajapati who thinks self-discipline is the only thing we do not need divine grace, and the other father, Himavan, who nurtured his daughter to finally attain Shiva, thereby attaining his own moksha. I took the first Kriti to build the Pallavi and Anupallavi, and then the second Kriti to build the Charanam and the Chittaswaras. This shows the transition of one soul, like Daksha. There is no Daksha, it's me. I am the arrogant Daksha here. To complete a devotional soul like Himavan. I don't know when I'll reach there, but with your blessings. Then, in the middle part of the Varnam, I took Kala Bhairavashtakam. I used that for the Muktaiswaram and Uma Maheshwara Stotram for the conclusion. Now, I request my dear child Avisha, hope you caught some breath by now. Please come onto the stage. And to emote how the Varnam goes. The Varnam starts with Avisha praising goddess Dakshayani, Dakshaputri or Sati Devi, as many of you know, who is the first consort of Lord Shiva. Dakshayani comes to know that there is a yajna conducted by her father, Daksha, to which her entire family, including the 27 Tarakas, the shining stars, along with their husband, Chandra, are coming. Shiva, who knows everything, worries that neither of them are invited to this event. Shiva very lovingly urges her not to go in the verse Sundaramukhi, because she might face an insult, a huge insult, that could even lead to her death. When Sati adamantly insists that she goes, she has to go, Shiva had no other option but to let her go, as he anticipates the dangers of the future. Upon arriving at her father's abode, Sati is immediately struck by a series of unsettling omens. Her mother, Prasuti, sensing the rising tension, attempts to extend a warm welcome to Sati. But Daksha, filled with arrogance and disdain for Lord Shiva, cruelly rebuffs her daughter and heaps
insults and insults upon her beloved husband, thereby doing Shivaninda, Iswaraninda. Overcome with grief and indignation, Sati boldly confronts the gathered guests in the Sabha, condemning their participation in the sacrilegious Nirishvara Yajna, a ritual devoid of Vedic sanction. Renouncing her identity as Dakshayini, she severs all her ties with her father. With unwavering resolve, Sati activates the chakras within her, from the sacred Mooladhara to the transcendent Sahasrara. The dormant Kundalini energy surges through her being, igniting a divine fire as she immolates herself, thus freeing her soul from the mortal bonds of Daksha's lineage. The tragedy fuels Shiva's wrath, transforming him into the fearsome Rudra. From his fury, the mighty Veerabhadra is born, a divine force unleashed to wreak havoc upon the yajna. He starts demolishing the yajna first by striking Thushan, dislodging his teeth for the cruel laughter he displayed during Sati's humiliation. With righteous anger, Veerabhadra severs Daksha's head, casting it into the sacrificial fire as an offering to justice. As the grief-stricken Shiva wanders, carrying Sati's mortal remains, fragments of her divine body fall upon the earth in 18 distinct locations, giving rise to the sacred Astadasha Shakti Pithas. Goddess Sati now reincarnates as Parvati, the symbol of love and nurtured, superiorly nurtured by her father Himavan, who raises her with great affection. Drawn towards Lord Shiva, Parvati commences her penance to reunite with her Lord. Now, all the Devatas are so eager to reunite Parvati and Shiva. So Kamadeva tries to hasten their reunion, by fueling the desires in whom the desireless Shiva. Shiva turns him into ashes. To test Parvati's resolve, Shiva disguises as a Jatila, a vagabond who mocks and belittles himself. Sati disdains all of that, but satisfied that Parvati does not fall into this trap, Jatila disappears, manifests in his own form as Shiva, and finally marries Parvati. Thank you very much, Avisha. Hope our humble attempt brings across the answers to our spiritual questions and understands you at the same time. Thank you very much for your patience in bearing with my long introduction. Thank you.
शक्ति पीठानी
Baba
I would like to invite Avisha's teachers onto the stage. Guru Srimati Sudha Panchangam, Guru Srimati Mridul Burgi, and Guru Kumari Naimisha Pavaraju. That we introduce Guru Srimati Sudha Panchangam. The creative force behind many of the exquisite performances in this Arangetram. Avisha started her Bharatanatyam journey in 2012. As her first guru, Sudha laid a solid foundation that paved the path for the next 10 years. A celebrated artist of the Pandanallur tradition, Sudha's journey in Bharatanatyam began under the tutelage of renowned guru Sri Devendra Pillai Garu in Tirupati. over 2 decades of experience, Sudha has captivated audiences across India, the United States, and Canada, delivering more than 100 performances. Her dedication to the art form is reflected in the achievements of her students, including Avisha, who have won numerous accolades at prestigious competitions, a testament to her exceptional teaching and mentorship. Sudha's artistic prowess extends beyond dance. A skilled vocalist, she has trained under esteemed gurus such as Sri Tirupati Ponnarao, Sri Garimela Balakrishna Prasad, and Sri Pudukottaya Krishnamurti Garu. Her deep understanding of classical music adds a unique depth and richness to her choreography, making her productions truly extraordinary. In 2008, Sudha founded the acclaimed Swarajati Fine Arts Academy in Calgary, a center dedicated to nurturing excellence in Bharatanatyam and Carnatic music. Through her academy, she has not only cultivated a deep appreciation for these classical art forms, but also has contributed significantly to the cultural vibrancy of the community. Her choreographic brilliance has brought to life numerous ballets, including Shabdam, Spurti, Spandana, and her original production, Navavidha Bhakti. We are honored to have her artistry and guidance shaping this special evening. Thank you, Sudha. Avisha continued her journey for the next 8 years with Guru Srimati Mridal Gurki. Avisha excelled in her skill of Bharatanatyam Mridal. Mridal is a passionate, elegant, and a versatile dancer who trained under Guru Srimati Lalita Srinivasan in the Mysore style of Bharatanatyam and Professor U.S. Krishna Rao in the Pandanallur style of Bharatanatyam. She was blessed with opportunities to display her talent far and wide. Performing at dance festivals and events in India, UK, the US, and Canada. In 2008, Mridal embarked on a new chapter of her life when she founded Lasya, an academy of Indian classical dance in Calgary. This academy became a beacon of cultural preservation and promotion, nurturing both local talent and dance enthusiasts. Mridal's journey from a passionate and dedicated dancer to a revered teacher and a cultural ambassador is a testimony to the transformative power of art. Despite working full-time as an independent IT consultant, she is committed to preserving and sharing the beauty of Bharatanatyam. Thank you, Mridal. Accompanying Avisha on the Natuvangam, we have Guru Kumari Naimisha Paparaju. Avisha took the next step in her Bharatanatyam journey by preparing for her Arangetram under Naimisha's guidance over the past year. Born and raised in Calgary, Naimisha began learning Bharatanatyam at the age of 5. She learned the art form through the authentic teaching styles of Guru Srimati Nayani Nalai Nayakam, Guru Srimati Roma Thakur, and Guru Srimati Sudha Panchangam. Additionally, she trained in Carnatic vocal under Srimati Malini Shankar. years of Sudha Panchangam. Naimisha completed her Arangetram in 2012 and has been teaching Bharatanatyam ever since through the Swarajati Fine Arts Academy in Calgary. Over the years, Naimisha has performed and choreographed a multitude of solo and group dances. Her students have performed in many programs, including Hindu Heritage Festival, Natyanjali, and CBKM's Chitratai Natya Vila. Her love for dance is portrayed through creativity in storytelling and artistic expression. In addition to her love for dance, Naimisha is a certified CPA and an MBA graduate, combining artistry with financial experience. She currently works as a senior financial analyst with Alberta Health Services. This is her first Arangetram, and she is immensely grateful for this opportunity under the mentorship of Srimati Sudha Panchangam. It is my pleasure to invite Guru Srimati Mridul Burgi to the podium to share a few words.
Namaste. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. What a special day for Avisha. Not one, not two, but three of her dance gurus being present here today. How often do you get to see that? Not very often. So that it is so nice to see your creations, your choreography, and the music. Absolute bliss. Amazing. We finally get to see what you do in the US, and we have a lot to learn from you. So thank you for bringing all of that here to Calgary. Naimisha, my dear, that was your first Natwangam, and you did really, really well. Congratulations, and I look forward to the next one. Calgary has been fortunate to see a whole string of Arangetrams in the past few years. Thanks to the parents and to the gurus like Guru Kavita, Kartika, Malika, who pour so much into their students' dance journeys.
Live audio missing.
In the past year, I have witnessed a lot of demand for Bharatanatyam classes, not just for kids, but for adults too. Guru Kartika recently moved to Edmonton, and I think Guru Malika has plans to move back as well. So what does that leave us with? Hardly any gurus here in Calgary to keep the tradition going. Which is why, as a part of LASIA, as part of our dance curriculum, I've ensured that our seniors and our intermediate students are taught and are required to be teachers, student teachers, to be able to take this culture, this tradition to the next phase, to the next generation. The students don't sometimes like being teachers. They say that they came here to learn dance, but it's what they don't realize is that being a teacher, having an eye of a teacher, helps them become a better dancer. They grow into it, they see it, they understand what it likes to be on the other side of things. And as you all know, for our classical arts, we don't have a school to go to become a teacher. It's on the job, it's hands-on. You learn. That's how we all learn to become teachers. I never intended or planned to be a teacher one day. I only wanted to be a dancer. And life has its way of doing things. I'm not a dancer anymore. I'm just a teacher. Kalyani, I know how special today has been for you. This is your dream come true. For those of you who don't know, Kalyani was a Bharatanatyam dancer herself, and on the great. This must be a deja vu in so many ways for her. She was on the brink of doing her Arangetram herself, and for various reasons did not happen. That could have easily happened to Avisha as well, but she did not let that happen. It's moms like this who are required were absolutely required to push their children, to advocate for their children, and to make it happen. I'm not sure if many of you have seen this, but there is an advertisement that was made for the Olympics a little while ago about mothers, about what they go through, what they put in their blood, their sweat, their time, their effort, their nagging, their everything that they give to make sure that champions come out on the other side. Not very many people see or recognize that. And I want you to know that Kalyani has been on this dance journey with Avisha for 10, 13 years now? And it has taken a lot, right? And as she mentioned, it's not just about picking and dropping classes and whatnot. It's the growth, the journey. It's at times you're bribing your children, at times you're nagging them, at times you're supporting them, at times you're encouraging them. You're doing whatever it takes to get them to this point. So big congratulations to you, Kalyani. Without you today, we cannot have. So absolutely, I want to give her 100% credit. Avisha, I know you worked for the past 6 months very hard. We're not discounting that, but Mama gets 100% credit here for keeping you going throughout all these years. So kudos to her. This is her dream come true. And Avisha also knows that her mom wanted to do her Arangetram one day and she wasn't able to do that. So actually the costume that she's wearing today, the green and blue costume, that is her way of showing her mother that she wanted to wear that exact same color costume that Kalyani wore. So today's costume is an inspiration from Kalyani's old costume to make it a part of her Arangetram, right? For everything that was put here together today, Kalyani, fantastic job. For those of you who know me or don't know me, I big time OCD, and looking at all the details makes me so happy. It's just, it's beautiful. Everything. The whole setup, everything, the brochure, everything. So very beautiful. So to conclude here, I want to say that for all those moms and dads out there who are the driving force, don't ever stop advocating for your child. Don't ever stop pushing them. They don't know any better. Give them a chance. It's like babies. You feed them veggies for the very first time, they'll spit it out. But you know what? You don't stop, right? We're Indian parents. We shove it down their throat. We make them eat it, whether they like it or not. So some things, like our culture, they won't know the value of it. They won't know what this means to them. But it's up to you to want what you want for your children. So that means you've got to push them. For all the parents out there who are doing this, thank you. And please continue to do so. And finally, on behalf of Lasya, I would really like to take a moment for all the hard work that has been put in and congratulate Avisha for having become the person she is today. The Arangetram journey is not an easy one. Not everybody thinks that they can do it. But once you do it, you come out on the other side as a completely different person. Avisha might not see that today, but she's going to look back one day in life and know that this was a huge part of her life that has made her a different person. And that day, you're going to say, thanks, Mom. Okay? So, with that, Sudha, fantastic job. Avisha, great going. We want to see a lot more Arangetrams like this. So any parents out there who ever have thoughts, doubts, please hook up. There's lots of dance teachers out here. Make this happen for your kids. It's well worth it. Thank you. I would also like to give a little token of my love from last year to Avisha.
Let's carry forward the energy and devotion we've shared so far. The journey through this beautiful recital is a reflection of both dedication and reverence, and we are now ready to dive deeper into the expression of this art. The second half of the Bharatanatyam Margam typically has dances that are emotive and showcase abhinaya. The mood of the performance is lighter and the pace is quicker. The next dance in the repertoire is a Kannada Gite. Ranga Gite are songs from the Kannada theatre, hence the term Kannada Gite. Kandena Natarajana is a fast-paced, energetic dance sung in the praise of Lord Shiva, also known as Nataraja. Lord Shiva is considered the divine cosmic dancer, the performer of the Tandava, and the destroyer of evil. He transcends good and evil. This dance describes the poet's sheer wonder and excitement of seeing Lord Nataraja. Avisha will be performing this dance in honor of Guru Srimati Mridul Purdi, and it is one of Mridul's absolute favorites. Please enjoy the composition by Yoga Narsimhachari in Ragam Latangi, set to Aditara.
Yeah.
Srimati Kanti Pavarajan and Srimati Achala Vinakoda to say a few words about Avisha.
What a wonderful evening, right? Yeah, I'm enjoying it a lot. Thank you, Kalyani, for the opportunity to speak on this special day. I think I'm the luckiest of the lot here. I did not have to put in the hard work that Kalyani did, obviously, organizing the event. That Aditya did with all the running around. And of course, Avisha and Naimisha practicing and perfecting. I just got to go into the basement with a coffee every Sunday morning and enjoy all the dances, week after week. Go figure how much fun that must have been. It genuinely felt like a treat to see Avisha dance every week. Avisha, I don't know if you realize what a wonderful gift it was, and I'm going to cherish that memory for a long time. I look forward to it so much that I started my Sunday morning runs earlier than usual and then came home wondering if I had missed the Alaripu. So thank you, Avisha, for forcing me to improve my pace and get my run done earlier. I've actually learned a lot about Naimisha in this process. no fear. I saw how she was kind and considerate, but at the same time, disciplined and consistent. It showed me what a wonderful woman she had grown into, which, as many moms in the audience would realize, comes as a pleasant surprise. I saw how grounded she was when she said, "Avisha, I can see you've tried your best, and that's all I ask for." I saw her strength when she said, "Avisha, I know you're tired, but we cannot take a break now. You need to push through." I thought of the school, how they had an Excel file with endurance days and strength days, perfection days, and they both worked through that Excel file over the months. It's okay, I just needed to scroll, and that gave you guys an opportunity to clap for me. That's good. I'm very appreciative of all my friends who came out today here to support Avisha. I thank you all for taking the time and hope that you're enjoying the event. So Namisha had forewarned me not to ramble on, and it's her day today, so I'll stop here with mentioning what a wonderful job the Manchiraju and Susarla families did today, and a salute from one crazy mom to another crazy project manager mom.
I now invite Achala Vinakota Garu, Avisha's aunt, to share a few words about Avisha.
Hello everyone, people who don't know me, my name is Achala and I am Aditya's younger sister. So I know what Avishas go through, even though they say the pampered one, that's what I've been called or said to me, the same thing I keep hearing, that I'm the pampered one. But I'm here to talk about Avisha today, something very close to my heart. The whole of the dance presentations today, I feel as though a goddess has come onto the stage and dancing in front of us. That's how I felt. There was always a special place for Avisha. For me, when we moved to Calgary, I always associated that with Avisha's birth. My first journey abroad is when Avisha was born. I came to see her. And within 2 years, the whole family moved to Calgary. The destiny has made it. It's not that someone has asked, the destiny made us to be together, to witness her growing in different stages. Avisha has been a small bundle of joy in our house, the only girl in the house. So yeah, she is pampered at our place for sure, but it's a reasonable pampering, I would say. The boys always disagree on that. They always complain that, oh, she always get a preference, not just Abhiram, even my boys say the same thing. When I think about Avisha, everyone was saying she's a multi-talented. Seriously? From school performances to karate, from piano recitals to dance moves that light up the stage, she has done it all. And I'm the #1 cheerleader for her, witnessing every moment, every recital. The high kick has been absolute pleasure. And her artwork, oh my, her fantastic artwork is everywhere. If you have seen, if you have stored Aditya's mobile number in your phone, you could see his DP, which is the most precious one for all of us as a family. There is a Krishna picture in Krishna's eyes. You could see my mother's picture. So that's what Avisha has done when my mom passed away. And yeah, her artwork is everywhere, even in the principal's office. I'm not going to share how, but I'll keep that as a family secret, Avisha. I'm not going to share that. But yeah, it's in every school that she's been and every wall in our houses. One of my favorite memories was when she was in grade 6, I think. She wants to become a hairdresser. Abhiram, I know she does your hair now, but guess what? I have been her first guinea pig. She wanted to cut my hair. I'm the brave volunteer. Yep, let's just say I survived a haircut from her when she was just 6 years old. where there's tons of sleepovers that happen with her and so many lullabies, stories. There are many, many memories. I remember when she was just 8 years and without her parents, she came to California to stay with me. We had a blast at that time. And she got introduced to Avatar at that time. Cousins, later she might have introduced that to you. So I won't take much of time, but I just wanted to say that I know my parents would have been so proud of this young girl she's becoming, young woman she's becoming. I believe they are smiling and blessing her from the above today. And here is to Avisha, our star, our joy, and the reason why we are all smiling today. Thank you.
Thank you, Kanti and Achala. That was heartwarming to hear what you had shared about Avisha. The Divine Mother is called Amba, which means mother. By etymology, Amba is derived from the root word Abhi Shabdam. It signifies her omnipresence. She pervades all actions, speech, thoughts, and even the unmanifest, while Lord Shiva remains the eternal substratum, the silent, boundless background of all existence. Only the greatest yogis can truly experience Shiva, and thus the tradition of yoga has flourished in Bharat since times immemorial. It is believed that Lord Shiva himself descended as Adi Yogi, the first yogi to impart the sacred knowledge of yoga to humanity. As the conqueror of 5 elements and the first guru, he transmitted the divine science through the Sapta Rishis, guiding souls beyond bondage and towards ultimate liberation. This performance is a salutation to Adi Yogi, the primal yogi, the formless yet all-encompassing force, the giver of salvation. Avisha will now present Adi Yogi Namastubhyam.
Boधिtam
rendition of Adi Yogi song popularized by the Isha Foundation. I now invite Kalyani and Aditya Manchiraju, Avisha's parents, to share a few words.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudeva. Hello everyone. We are delighted to have all of you today to join us and enjoy Avisha's Arangetram along with us. Is there any way that I can see the audience? I'm not connecting with them. Thank you. You don't want? Okay. What I will have. Thank you very much. Abhira made a comment that I tend to overstay my welcome on the podium sometimes, and I have to be pulled away from the podium. But today, I've been gently reminded many times, as gently a wife and daughter can manage, that I have to keep my speech short and sweet. So I'll try to do that. And there are two significant sources that worked to make this event happen today. Actually, I have to say this, not many of you may not know. I am the main driving force behind this performance today. Since I have driven Avisha mainly to her classes a lot in the last couple of years, so I can call myself a driving force. But that jokes apart, I have to say this. There are really two significant sources that made this event happen. First is absolutely Kalyani, with her insane, single-minded focus and irrationally positive attitude to make this event happen. I don't even know how we can do it. I got some tissues just in case. This event is because of her grit and determination. She made it happen all alone, and whatever she has done in organizing this event, I have to say, is a project management master course. If you really want to learn how to run a project, please do run by her. This is awesome, and my role, to be honest, is very, very limited. Many of you may not believe it. I have to tell you, my only contribution to this entire event is offering my expert comments along the way to annoy both the mother and daughter at the same time. And it is not a tough task, it's a very easy one, and I could easily make it. And the second significant source are our credit cards. We liberally used to make this event happen. Jokes apart, I have to say this event would not have been possible without Kalyani's grit and determination, Avisha's hard work and dedication, and certainly not without the patience, understanding, and knowledge of the three gurus. I have to really admire the madness and the passion of these gurus to take a bundle of emotions and chisel it into a performance day. A fantastic dancer we all see today. And I have to say this, whenever you're learning a traditional art like Bharatanatyam under a guru, it is said that the student will not only learn the art from the gurus, but also steal a part of their personality. I just hope that she has stolen the best attributes from all of you so that she can pass this skill along to the next generation of dancers. That is my firm belief. We'll see what will happen. But I do this a lot to my kids. I drop so many pearls of wisdom on them that they don't pick any. And today I thought I'll keep it, I will not say anything, but I have to say this. I'm sure Avisha is here in the background. Avisha, you have put lots of hard work and hours into this and effort into this performance. If you can put 25% of that effort in other important aspects of your life, I can guarantee you that you're going to lead a very fulfilling life. Sorry, I could not resist it. I'm going to get good at home. I can guarantee you that. but I could not resist it. But I'll pass it along to Kalyani. Oh, one more thing. No, I promise I'm going to keep it short because I've been warned, as I said. There are so many selfless hearts and helpful hands that helped us to organize this event. Without those wonderful people, we cannot even imagine running a program of this magnitude. They are the real heroes and heroines of this program, and they deserve a round of applause from all of you. Please. And now, I'll pass it along to Kalyani to identify them and thank them and also offer a vote of thanks. Thank you.
And luckily, I don't have to pay him off the podium. I'll get into the actual vote of thanks, unlike him. Avisha's life journey leading up to this Arangetram has been anything but easy. Over the past 6 years, she has faced numerous challenges that many of her 16-year peers may never comprehend. Yet, today is not just a dream realized, it is a celebration of her resilience, determination, and unwavering spirit. Reaching this day stands as a powerful reminder to Avisha that nothing is impossible when you put your mind to it. Okay, I'll start my actual thanks now. And there are many. This milestone would not have been possible without the love, guidance, and support of many. At the forefront are her cherished teachers. Thank you, guys. Just as Lord Krishna was born to Ma Devaki and lovingly raised by Mata Yashoda, Avisha has been blessed with 2 dance mothers, Guru Srimati Sudha Panchangam and Guru Srimati Mrutul Burge. Under their nurturing guidance, Avisha has not only developed a profound passion to Bharatanatyam, but also gained a deeper understanding of our rich culture, traditions, and historical stories. These invaluable lessons she learned from both of you extend far beyond dance itself. You instilled in her the virtues of discipline, dedication, and perseverance. Your unwavering belief in her potential has shaped her into a confident dancer she is today. From the bottom of my heart, I extend my sincere gratitude to both of you. Just as Lord Krishna had a pillar standing by him in the form of Brother Balaram, Avisha also found a pillar in the form of her guru, Kumari Namisha Paparajan. Namisha stood steadfastly beside Avisha through her moments of tiredness, emotions, crying outbursts, fatigue, lack of stamina. With patience and dedication, she nurtured Avisha into a strong, resilient, and graceful dancer we see today. Namisha, your commitment and belief in Avisha has been invaluable, and we are deeply grateful for your unwavering support. Thank you for being a role model. An event like this is never work of one person. It takes a village, and I'd like to take a few more minutes to thank that village. Banu Vegla, your warm presence and calm demeanor has been a gift. Having known you for over a decade and the pleasure of working with you on the TAC Executive Committee, I had no doubt you would excel this role. You kept us engaged and ensured everything ran smoothly. We sincerely thank you. Our dedicated backstage manager and our newlywed bride. Having managed the backstage for 2 Arangetrams myself, I know this immense effort involved, and I cannot thank you enough. Vani and Naumika, Your dedication to managing lighting and sound that we saw today, it was spectacular. You guys sacrificed numerous evenings, weekends, and attended the practices to understand the dances and perfect the cues. The outcome was simply amazing, and I'm truly grateful for your commitment. Thank you. Indira, dealing with Avisha's hair is no easy task. Yet, you managed it with patience and skill. I know firsthand how challenging it is, to be honest, and I sincerely appreciate you taking this responsibility and getting it off my hands. Jasmine, your artistry with makeup shone through today. Avisha looks stunning, and your work truly elevated the performances. Sri Lakshmi, your calming presence backstage was a blessing. After our first rehearsal, the care and attention you gave Avisha made me so comfortable. I was like, okay, I don't need to go backstage and deal with anything anymore. Your meticulous attention to detail ensured everything ran smoothly behind scenes, and I cannot express how much support that meant to me. Now coming to all my friends. Achala Vinakota, Anuradha Vadlamudi, Priyanka and Anu Vivek. The stage decor looked magical. Your creativity brought Avisha's vision to life, and I'm incredibly grateful. Lakshmi and Srinivas Daita, thank you so much for ensuring every detail on the stage was picture perfect, especially the decor on the stage. The foyer, you probably have all seen, was breathtaking sight for me. And I extend my heartfelt gratitude to Anu Nandivada, Indrani Chundur, Subha Ganesh, and Ritu Singh. Your teamwork and dedication made the space warm and welcoming. It was a joy to witness. Usha Machiraju and Rashina Atkins, thank you for letting me borrow the items that made the decor of the stage look amazing. And to my ever-patient friends, you all know who you are. Thank you for listening to my endless chatter about this day for over a year now. Your advice, guidance, and countless late night conversations helped me stay on the track. I'm blessed to have all of you in my life. Thank you all. A special thank you to my brother Harish, who wholeheartedly wanted to be part of this day, therefore helped me with numerous things in India, including getting the brochures that you saw outside printed. Kirti, my sister-in-law, I can never forget the PTSD I caused you and the rest of the stores in Kukatpalli while selecting the green sari you're seeing on the stage today. The color green probably will trigger so many undesired memories for a lot of them. My friends Ravi and Kameshwari Neelam Raju, who supported for me in Chennai, was invaluable. While I shopped for all the jewelry, I made them go from store to store to store. Your help meant a world to me there. Thank you so much.
That was a torture for me. Just one step away from the mic and I cannot speak. I almost felt like doing the sign language behind her. A few more special thanks. Swopan, Srinivas Daita, Pranan Nandivada, and Bihari Vadlamudi. Thanks for managing the food and snack area flawlessly. And we had complete confidence in you and you did not disappoint. Thank you. Oh, by the way, when I'm saying this, these are all Kalyani's comments. I'm just volunteering to say a few words here. Because it was written as if she's speaking, because I did not work with any of these people. So if I say that I appreciate it, it's very awkward because I did not even ask them to do this. So hope you understand. Abhinam, thank you for your invaluable support with the website and video. Your expertise brought my vision to life. And here's my comment. You are roasting, I'll remember it and I'll pay it back to you. No, it's okay. Panigaru, I really appreciate your patience during the extended photo session with Avisha in SFO. Jacqueline, thank you for editing the pictures for the brochure front and back. It captured Avisha's spirit perfectly and we're so appreciative of your work. Aman, your photography and videography today are very exceptional. Thanks for capturing the precious moments. And to the management and staff of Birchurch Theatre, especially Taylor and Adam, thank you for your patience as we bombarded you with countless emails and Alex too, and questions. Your support ensures everything ran smoothly. And finally, a couple of thanks. My mother-in-law is here. She's been with us for the last couple of months, just came for this Arangetram. And sorry, today we missed our evening coffee together. But thank you so much for being here and blessing us. And hope Avisha surprised you with the Dakshayani song. I know how much you wanted to hear that. So, and also, I have my family over here. Both my sisters-in-law, Kalyani's sisters, my family are here. Thank you so much for making the trip from India and being here. And we really appreciate and you made it very special. I just want to say one more thing. If you have forgotten anyone, it is just the excitement of the moment. Kind of our brains are a little fogged, but one final special thank you I have to say to Kanti and Srinivas Paparajkar. Thank you so much for watching us. I don't know, Kanti said some very nice words about Avisha and watching the dance perform, but I have to say, how many meals and snacks and how many tears that you have to bear. So, zero, but thank you so much. You have our full gratitude. If we came across a little overwhelmed or emotional, please do understand that I've been thinking about missed meals, wonky sleepy schedules, upcoming bills. But ultimately, I have to say this, Avisha's performance and your presence and applause makes up for it. Thank you so much.
As we near the conclusion of our Shiva Shakti theme, we present the Tilana, a vibrant and rhythmic finale in Bharatanatyam. Traditionally performed at the end of a recital, a Tilana begins with intricate tala, rhythmic patterns, and culminates in lyrical verses weaving together melody, rhythm, and movement in perfect harmony. The Durga Tilana not only embodies the dynamic and powerful essence of Lord Shiva, but also celebrates the deep synergy between the dancer and the musicians. This joyous piece is filled with intricate rhythmic sequences and graceful poses, embracing both movement and stillness. The interplay of rhythm and melody enhances the festive spirit of the night, a true celebration of artistry. Please enjoy Tilana, set in Durga Ragam, Aditalam. Following the Tilana, to conclude this evening's recital, Avisha will also perform Mangalam, a heartfelt expression of gratitude to God, her gurus, and all of you, the audience, for your blessings and support.
Tam tam
Bum,
Try not to take too much of your time. What an evening! Give it a big round of applause. To Anjali and Sabarajis. Together, it's a dream come true. You know, fantastic performance. I'm very, very honored to be here today to witness this beautiful Arangetram, which is a significant milestone in two of their lives today, both Avisha and Avisha. The Manchirajus have created a stunning beauty to realize her inner beauty through the Pogarajus today. Aditya Garu, don't feel disheartened. You and Kalyani have the secret recipe of how to cook a stunning beauty. Only you have that. So don't feel that you have not contributed much. You're the main contributor. We all agree. Okay, jokes apart. The relationship between a guru and a Sishya is considered very divine, much like marriages made in heaven. Bharatanatyam and Carnatic music are seen as spiritual journeys for a seeker. When the student is ready, the guru appears as if guided by a divine order to fulfill a role. This sentiment was felt very deeply by me when I saw Avisha for the first time as a 5-month-old baby, and Naimisha and her mother for the first time when I moved newly to Calgary. We celebrate not just an Arangetram today, but a profound, beautiful, karmic relationship that has come a full circle. My first student, Naimisha, presenting her first student, Avisha, today. It's such a dream come true for me. I feel like a grandmother. As Kanti aptly said,
As a mother, she's surprised to see Naimisha teach effectively using many techniques, right? It's awesome. But parents always connect to the kids' bodies. They're worried about how they eat, how they cry, how to, resolve their emotions and things like that. But teachers, as Murudul knows, we always connect to a child's mind, how the mind is evolving. Parents' job is to nurture their bodies, but teachers' job is to nurture their mind. And I really want to thank Mrudul for all the efforts she put in Avisha for the past 8 years. If you did not shake her up, this evening would not have happened this successfully. So I really want to thank you, heartfelt thanks to you. And Naimisha, how much ever I talk about you is not enough today, but I'm sure all the audience will throw stones at me now if I take too much of their time. But Naimisha, oh my God, you did an amazing, amazing job in shaping up Avisha, to do this Arangetram today. Without Naimisha, I cannot even imagine how this could have been this successful today. Thank you to Aditya Garu and Kalyani for putting their trust on me and Naimisha, to make this program this beautiful today. And dear Avisha, darling, your dedication, hard work, and passion for dance have truly shone through in your performance today. I was so pleasantly thrilled to be here. The grace and precision with which you executed each movement were a testament to the countless hours of practice and your unwavering commitment to dance. Your beauty, poise, and ability to convey emotions and tell a story through dance was very captivating and inspiring. Congratulations on this remarkable achievement, my dear. The 5-month-old transforming into this stunning beauty today, it's a feast to my eyes. Very, very happy to see. Naimisha, your guidance, your patience and expertise have been very, very instrumental in today, and it is really coming across so well. She is the energy behind the program today. I made the music, I choreographed, but I was in San Francisco, Bay Area. Naimisha is the one that taught all these pieces and nurtured Avisha. The way she taught, I feel like I have something to learn from Naimisha today. Very, very good. The bond between a guru and a shishya is very sacred, and it is very evident that you have nurtured Avisha with great care and dedication. Really awesome. And Naimisha, what is very special about you is you are a great combination of both left brain and right brain together. We see a lot of only lefties and only righties sometimes, I do get emotional, whenever I think of Amavar and God and, even Krishna. But giving a very balanced and dispassionate approach to a passionate thing, it's done by very few people. And Naimisha, you have done a wonderful, wonderful job. And the way Avisha took the lessons and the way Avisha listens to Naimisha, that I'm really, really thrilled to see. And I heard that Avisha worked on the lighting instructions, and she worked on the audio also, and the brochure design. Avisha did it herself. Isn't that amazing? I have never seen an Arangetram student putting this much effort and doing things herself. Really awesome. Together, we've both created a performance that will be remembered and cherished by all who witnessed it. May this Arangetram become a huge stepping stone for both of you in your dance careers. And lastly, I want to thank Kalyani and Aditya Garu for trusting our ideas, music, and choreography, and entrusting their precious daughter to both me and Naimisha.
And Kanti and Srinivas Paparaj Garu for giving Naimisha a jewel to us and jewel to Swarajati Fine Arts Academy, that we are able to pull something like this today. It's not a one-day thing. The nurturing happens for years and years. So your dedication, commitment, discipline with love, you truly prove that you are equal to Himavan. Unlike that. Thank you very much for your great contribution to the society. Your child is not just contribution to Swarajati or not a dance teacher. She is a wonderful contribution to the society that you have given. And you don't have to do any extra time. You're done. So thank you very much. And the audience, I am really indebted to you for your patience today. I know I am holding you from having dinner. Please forgive me. I'm too excited to present my grand student today. And thank you very much for your patience and making all the way to come and bless my two children, our two children today. Very heartfelt thank you to all of you. Srimati.
If I had not met Siddhanti at the age that I did, I'm sure my interest in dance would have gradually faded away when I started university, which is usually around the time that life gets busy and complicated. She believed in me and gave me opportunities that no one else did. She trusted me to teach her junior students. In fact, the very first person that I ever got to teach was her son. And even though she doesn't live here anymore, she continues to support and nurture my love for dance. I definitely don't have enough words to express my gratitude, so all I can say is this. When I think about the people who changed my life, Siddhanti is at the very top of that list. She's someone I look up to with so much regard and respect. Her artistry and knowledge of the dance form and culture is beyond inspiring, but what I appreciate most about her is that she's always been kind, supportive, and caring. I'm so lucky to have someone like her in my life. Thanks, Auntie. And now I have a few words to say about the star of today's event, Avisha. We have had so much fun through this process. I've joked with her so many times that other than my family, she's probably the person I've spent the most time with over the past year. Not only is she so talented, as you've all seen today, she's also immensely hardworking. This process is not an easy one, but she took everything in stride and always came to class and gave it her all, which is the most any teacher can ever ask for. She's such a fast learner and has an awesome memory. Avisha is capable of so much, and I'm really excited to see how her dance journey progresses. I'm going to let you in on a little secret here, which you may have seen in the video, but Avisha comes with an on and off switch. One of my favorite things from our classes is when we'd be deep into practicing, and she'd be understandably tired. But as soon as the music would start, she would just switch on and start dancing. And you wouldn't even see a shred of tiredness in her dance. She'd finish the dance with a bang, but then about 0.2 seconds after the song would stop, she would just flop onto the ground and lay there. And Kalyani Auntie and I would always say something like, you know you can't do that on stage, right? You have to actually exit. Apart from dance, she's a great artist, she's so funny, and a really cool human being, and I've genuinely enjoyed the time we've spent together. I'm really proud of her and her accomplishments, and I know she's going to go really far and be a star in whatever she chooses to pursue. If you've been around me at all in the past year, the Arangetram is probably all I spoke about. It has consumed all of my thoughts, including some really weird dreams at night, like one where the Arangetram took place at a hardware store and Avisha was dancing between piles of lumber and tools. Thankfully, we have a real stage today. But all jokes aside, this has been such a joyful process. I want to thank you all for coming today. We're so grateful that you are here to support Avisha's dance journey and classical arts in Calgary.
I had the unique opportunity to watch these dances hundreds of times, and I'm so glad we finally get to share it with all of you. I am a little sad that it's over, but I am so excited to see Avisha take her next steps. I also want to thank Kalyani Auntie and Aditya Uncle for being so supportive and kind. Auntie especially was there for all the lawn practices, right there with us every step of the way. Thank you for your support, Auntie. I also want to thank Little Auntie for her kind words and support as well. We really appreciate you. Of course, I want to thank all of the Swarajati students and parents who helped out today. This wouldn't have been possible without you, so thank you as well. And my final thank you, but the most important to me, is that I want to thank my parents for encouraging me to keep going with dance, and also dealing with me learning the Natwanga this year, and hearing the ding, ding, ding constantly at all hours every single day. And of course, a final big thank you to Sadali and Avisha. I do have something I would like to give Avisha if she comes up on stage.
Thank you, Siddharth. It must be truly heartwarming to see the little 5-month-old girl blossom into a talent dancer. Performing her Arangetram with such grace and under your guidance and with Naimisha as her present guru. Congratulations, Naimisha, on your first Arangetram as a guru. This milestone is a testament to your dedication with the unwavering support and guidance of Suhavan Changam. Wishing you both many more successes ahead. I will now invite Avisha to share her thoughts on this successful evening.
Okay, hi everyone. First and foremost, I would like to thank all of you for being here with me and joining me on this special occasion. It means the world to me that I'm able to celebrate my Arangetram with every single person that I love. So I know Amma and Nana already did their vote of thanks, but I want to thank the people that were closest to me throughout this, but I promise I'll be fast. I want to thank Sri Lakshmi and Manasa, who are both backstage, for making sure I was always in tip-top shape and taking care of me between dances and during the breaks, and also for coming to many, many rehearsals. Thank you. Thank you to Vani Auntie and Namika for coming to so many rehearsals since the beginning of February to do and execute the amazing lighting you all saw on stage today. Thank you for Indra Auntie for doing my hair and for all the test trials and hiccups you endured. I know it wasn't easy to do my hair. And thank you to Jasmine for doing my makeup today. I want to thank my day halfer, Maithili. For those of you who don't know, Maithili completed her Arangetram in the summer of 2023, and she's been such a role model for me throughout this entire journey. Throughout the ups and downs, Maithili, you've always been there for me, and more than a best friend, I see you as an older sister, and I love you so, so much. Thank you. Now I want to take the time to thank my teachers, who I would not be here without. Mridula Auntie, I want to thank you for building my foundation for Bharatanatyam. Thank you for taking my young 7-year-old self and turning me into a dancer that was able to grow into something more. And thank you for reigniting my passion for dance, which I had once lost. Sivanti, there's a lot I want to thank you for, but let me start with a little bit of backstory. Aikiri Nandini is the piece that ignited this entire Arangetram. When I first wanted to do my Arangetram, Aikiri Nandini was a piece that I was very adamant on doing, and I was very set on doing. Sulanti at the time was composing Aikiri Nandini for one of her Arangetrams. And Aikiri Nandini, as well as the Bandham and majority of my Margam today, was composed and meticulously made by Auntie. So Sudanti, thank you for making my Arangetram dream come true, and making my Arangetram something I will truly remember for the rest of my life. All of this would not have been possible without you. Naimisha. I had known Naimisha for a long time, but I only really got to know her in the past year, and it was then that I realized how much of a dedicated and compassionate person she was. From the get-go, she made a very complicated and intricate practice schedule for me, which she modified and changed according to my needs. And she dedicated so much of her time to making this event happen. She took my skills to the next level and pushed me when I didn't want to push myself, like the many practices when I came to practice, and she forced me to do Tilana even when I didn't want to. And I would not be the dancer I am today without her. So Naimisha, thank you for all the breakdowns for me that you endured, the talks at the beginning of dance that brought my mood up and brought us closer. And thank you for bringing me to where I am today as a dancer and putting your entire heart and soul into my Arangetram. Okay, I promise I'm almost done, but I'd like to thank my family. Thank you to Sripini and Gaipini Balu and Amamma, who flew all the way from India to be here with me today. I also want to thank my brother, Abhiyana. Although we never always got along, I think that's just a sibling thing, I was able to make it through the past year with you. Whether I was helping out behind the scenes, or fake fighting with me, or going out to buy curl products with me and ignoring my curl advice, you were a steady presence throughout it all. And even though you complain about having to drive me everywhere, those drives with you truly took my mind off of everything that was going on. So thank you. Also, thank you for letting me do your hair, and you're welcome, it looks so good today. Nana, thank you for always being my partner in crime. Although all of us complain about your inspirational speeches and long talks, they truly did help me when I needed them. Thank you for always being there for me and encouraging me to dream big. Thank you for all the times we went to A&W without Amma's knowledge, and all the late night drives and your endless support for me. Okay. I'm gonna try not to cry at this part, but no promises. Last but not least, I want to thank Amma. Amma's the most selfless person I've ever known. She's the type of person to put everyone before herself and help everyone before she looks after herself. And that's exactly what she did for the past year for my Arangetram. Amma is quite literally the backbone of this entire Arangetram. The stage decor, the foyer decor, and all the food, every single thing was managed and organized by Amma. Although there was all that to handle, she never left my side. If I was stressed out, crying, upset, or just needed Amma, Amma was there. Amma, you're the most kind-hearted and compassionate mother. Compassionate mother anyone could ever ask for, and I only wish to become half the person you are today. For those of you who don't know, Amma was also a dancer, but she never got the chance to do her Arangetram. The dress I'm wearing today, the last dress, the green and blue one, is a replication of one of the dresses Amma wore when she was little. So Amma, I hope by seeing me in this dress today, you lived this experience through me and with me, and I hope I made you proud today. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
You certainly made all us cry, Avisha. An Arangetram marks a dancer's first step into the world of professional performance. And Avisha's dedication and hard work over the years have shown through in today's recital. Swarajati Fine Arts Academy wishes her the very best as she continues to pursue her passion. On behalf of Avisha's family, we extend our heartfelt gratitude for your presence and encouragement today. It truly means a lot. Avisha and her gurus will be in the foyer outside the theatre to greet you and take pictures. As you exit, please don't forget to collect a snack box as a token of appreciation. You're welcome to keep the
And she
brochure
dedicated
as
so
a
much
keepsake.
of her time to making this
However,
event
if
happen.
you prefer not to
She
hand
took
on
my
a
skills to
physical
the next
copy
level
or
and
the
pushed me when I
QR
didn't want to
code,
push myself.
please use the
Like
recycling
the
box
many
near
practices
the
when I
theater
came to
exit,
practice and
and
she
we will
forced me
share
to do
and
the
use the
lana
link.
even when I didn't want to.
Thank you
And
for helping us reduce waste.
I would not be the dancer I am
A
today.
big thank you for being part of this
So now,
memorable
Shelley,
day.
thank you for all the
Having
playground
you here
for me that
with
you
us,
endured.
this special
The
moment
talks
has
at the
made the
beginning
occasion
of dance
even
that
more
brought my mood
meaningful.
up and brought us closer.
Wishing
And thank
you all
you for
a
bringing me
wonderful rest
to
of
where
the
I
day.
am today as a
Drive
dancer
safe.
and putting your entire
Namaste.
heart and soul into it.